G'day guys, and welcome to another Shadow of 75 video. Here I am in my little garage. I'm behind my beloved 690. It's early 2020, and in the last couple of videos I did last year, I hinted at something big, something special is going to happen this year, and now I want to let you know what it is. So let's get into it. Now, some of you may have already guessed that this will be another motorcycle adventure, and if you have, you're dead right. I'm lucky enough that I believe I live in one of the greatest motorcycle adventure countries in all of the world, and that is Australia. So why would I not want to spend more time exploring it? Now, me and the guys on this trip have nicknamed this Coast to Coast, and for obvious reasons. We're going to ride from the west coast of Australia all the way across the interior to the east coast of Australia, some 8,500 kilometres, and we're going to try and knock this over in about 2.5–3 weeks, give or take here or there. Now, the route that we've chosen is going to try and incorporate some of the most iconic tracks. We're going to try and knock over the Canning Stock route, we're going to try and knock over the Tanami Desert, we're going to hit down to Alice Springs and around Uluru, Ayers Rock and that region. Then we're going back across the Simpson Desert again, which will be fantastic, down to Cameron Corner, and then we're going to kind of beeline it along the border there towards Byron Bay. So let's have a quick look at the route that we're going to go on. So our starting point for this ride will be in Perth, Western Australia. We will get the bikes and head directly north up to Steep Point, which is the most western point of mainland Australia. Once we've ticked that off, we're going to kind of start heading that easterly direction towards Wiluna, and that point will be a major resupply and refuel section. Then we kind of head north east on the Canning Stock route. Now, as I said, it's 1,850 kilometres long. There is fuel at Coonawarrigi, which is roughly about 900 kilometres at the halfway mark along the Canning Stock route. But barring that, there is no supplies, there is no services anywhere along the Canning Stock route. So there is a number of wells where you can get water. However, there is nothing else along there. So after we've done our 1,850 kilometres, we head up towards Halls Creek. We'll tick off Wolf Creek Crater, which should be a really good sight to see. I've always wanted to do that, and a number of little deserts on the way. Once we've done that, we're then going to start heading down towards Alice Springs, and that's going to go down through the Tanami Desert and along the Tanami track. Really looking forward to that. Not as technical as the Canning, however, a bit more of an open kind of graded road. Tick that off. Get down to Alice Springs, spend a day recovering, servicing bikes, resupplying it there at that spot there, and just general recharge the batteries. From there, we'll head into the McDonald Ranges, down towards Uluru, see that again, get some awesome shots. Won't be able to climb it this time as that's been banned, but anyway, it'll be good to see again. And then over to Lambert Centre, which is the geographical centre of all of Australia, and that's somewhere there. I've been there before, some 5 years ago now, but it'll be good to get back there. Once we've ticked that off, we're going to head down and to Mount Dare and then across the Simpson Desert again. So looking forward to doing that again. Now that I've crossed it twice, we'll do it again for a third time, over to Birdsville, spend a night there or so, and then we're going to kind of make our way down to Cameron Corner, over to Cameron Corner, and if time permits, see a fair bit of country all the way across here. If not, we'll just beeline it straight over to Byron Bay, which is the most eastern point of mainland Australia. So that's west to east, some 8,500 kilometres, with quite a few awesome sights along the way to see. So it's going to be good. Alright, so that's roughly the route on what we're going to do. Let's talk about some of the guys who are going to come. Okay, for this Coast to Coast adventure, there's going to be 4 riders in total. Myself on my 690, my cousin Greg on his KTM 690 Enduro R. It's a pretty similar looking bike to mine, except it's got the Rally Raid products set up on the front. So yeah, same tanks, a different fairing type of look, but it's set up for adventure and it's ready to go. Now, Greg's crossed the Simpson Desert in 2017 when we all crossed it. It was supported. However, he's no stranger to sand, so it should be another good challenge for him. He's also crossed the country from east to west on a motorbike with another mate a number of years ago, so he's well built for this type of riding. He'll be fine. The next rider is Steve, Greg's older brother, my cousin again. He is going to ride a Husqvarna 701, and I think that's got a South African Amiga setup. beautiful looking bike. It's tricked up plenty. It's got great fuel capacity. Steve's been riding pretty much all his life. He also crossed the Simpson Desert in 2017, supported with us. So riding on sand should be no mean feat for Steve, and he'll be able to get through that at all with ease. Now the fourth rider will be Shannon, another good mate of ours. He's riding another Husqvarna 701, but he has got the hard kit set up on his bike. So we've nicknamed this bike the Exxon Valdez because I think it's got 35, maybe 36 litres of fuel capacity. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got plenty compared to my little 20. Yeah, so again, that bike's set up perfectly for it. It's going to get across there nice and easy. Shannon's been riding all his life. He's a good enduro rider. He can handle a bike no problem at all. So I can't see Shannon having a problem in the sand on this ride at all. So they're the 4 bikes. Hopefully they're all going to be prepared and serviced and ready to go, and they shouldn't be a problem. So this ride's going to be supported and unsupported in sections. Unfortunately, along the Canning stock route now, you don't get fuel drops along the way, so you've got to carry enough fuel to get yourself to 900 kilometres. And for me, I'd be carrying in excess of around 85 litres of fuel. So I just thought that was too much, yeah, to be carrying that much fuel. I crossed the Simpson Desert on 42 litres and 500 kilometres, so if I was to kind of double that, I'd have to double my fuel, double my distance. So I'm looking at around that 85 litre mark. So because of that, Greg would, on the same bike as me, same gearing, he's got to be in the same boat. Steve and Shan would probably have to carry a bit less as the bikes hold a bit more. However, no fuel drop, we've got a car coming. So the support driver, I guess, is another cousin of ours, Greg and Steve's brother, Cameron. Yeah, another good mate, great character. He's going to be driving a Volkswagen Amarok dual cab ute, and that's kindly supplied by Volkswagen Australia. So that's fantastic. Big thanks to them. Yeah, so at this stage we're talking about one car. There might be a second car involved. We're not sure at this stage. So if there is a second vehicle, Cameron will bring one of his mates along. Tracker, not met Tracker at this stage. However, if he's a mate of Cameron's, he'll be a mate of ours, and yeah, I'm sure we'll have a good time. Yeah, Cameron's going to go in different directions at times to us. He won't be coming out to Steep Point. When we go out there, he'll be heading straight to the Canning and getting a head start on the Canning, and then possibly do a fuel drop for us along the way. The vehicles will come, or the vehicle will come along on the ride. However, it's predominantly just going to be there for support in certain sections, i.e. fuel and or cold beverages at the end of the night when we marry up. So yeah, so it's going to be good. Good adventure, good blokes. So with an adventure this size, some 8,500 kilometres, comes getting a bike ready, bike preparation again. Now there's a number of things I've got to do this bike. I've kind of mentioned it in the last few videos, however there's a few things and we'll have a look at them now. So because the grips are worn out on the bike, I have some new Pro Taper pillow top grips. I really like these grips, they seem to suit my hands really nice. So they will go on the bike. I have some grip wire, some grip tape to put them on. A new USB, as the USB that's on the bike, that 12 volt cigarette lighter, is not working. It's just a cheapy kind of Chinese one. It stopped working on the last ride. I haven't been able to use it, so I'm going to pull that off. Don't use the cigarette lighter anymore, so I'm going for the Moto Power USB, and I like this one because it's 3.1 amp, so it gives me a bit better charging capability some of my devices. So I've got to install that onto the bike. The last ride at Wombian Caves Road, my side stand pad, or whatever you want to call it, the actual bracket on the back there rattled off, come loose and disappeared. I didn't lose this, but anyway, that was off my 1190, which I just modified for my 690. That's now been replaced. Bought this one on eBay for, I think I paid 25 bucks for it. CNC machine, really well made for what you pay. This one's a Touratech one, and I think back in the day I paid $80 for that. And it's twice the weight. You know, this one's really well made. Sits on the bike, and screws in there. So this will do the job for that, which is great. Now, in addition to all the work that I've got to do on the bike, just that cosmetic and just that general maintenance, I'm lucky enough that MST Experience, MST Products in Italy have contacted me and supplied me with some new decals, which is fantastic. So I've got this nice Larry kind of Red Bull look, which is great. So, you know, I think you're looking at about €300 or so for a new decal kit for the bike. Yeah, so thanks to Gianluca and all the guys over there in MST Experience in Italy. I'll get these onto the bike very soon because the ones that are on the bike are getting a little bit weathered and aged, and I'll show you there's been some fuel stains and other things like that where the corner's obviously peeled away. But you know, it's done, you know, 18,000 kilometers, those decals, so it'll be nice to give it a fresh look, get some new decals on board, a bit of a Red Bull look for this trip. So that is fantastic, so I can't thank those guys enough. Saved me a bit of coin there and will make the bike look brand new again. So, now some of you may know that when I do ride, I don't mind having a decent sized backpack, and in the past I borrowed Greg's backpack for my adventures. Really good climb backpack. I like to, it's got plenty of pockets and storage. But for this one, I've been super lucky, and Zach Speed have supplied me with a backpack for this trip. And I'll get it out now. Now I won't get it all out and show you because I plan on doing a bit of a review for this kit. I've got a Dakar backpack, which is some 22 odd litres. There is a chest harness in there. There's also a bum bag, which I'm looking at wearing possibly. So yeah, so pretty lucky to get that kit from Zach Speed. It's going to be yeah, I'm pretty keen to test this out, do a bit of a review, look at it from first initial thoughts and just playing with it a bit. The quality's sensational, so yeah, very lucky there. So yeah, so that's about it for this video. I've got a few more things that I want to do. We're about 65 days out from the ride, so there's not much time left, and I've got a fair bit of work to do and a few more videos I want to try and get out. There is one thing I want to ask you viewers, and that's what kind of format do you think this ride would come in? Do you want it to be similar to what I did for the Simpson Desert? I kind of like that. It's a fair bit of information as well as, you know, you're getting to see some of the sights. It's not so much, I'm not good enough for this cinematography, awesome video editing. That's obviously not skilled enough for that. But I like to try and give information out on, you know, routes and distances and fuels and what we've took. So let me know if you think I should keep that same format as what I did for the Simpson Desert Adventure and carry that into this coast-to-coast adventure. You know, maybe a 10-part series or something, or is that too long? I don't know. But anyway, I'm interested in your feedback. I want to try and improve my channel a bit more and see where I can grow this, because I enjoy doing it and I enjoy the feedback from all of you guys. So yeah, that's about it for this one then. A bit more work to do, not long to go now before this huge, this epic kind of trip that we're on. And yeah, I'll try and get a few more videos out. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you on the trails.